friends, welcome to my video. In this video we'll see what's the difference between list versus set in your Java code of your Android app. So let's begin. So just create a template project. I just want to show you quickly. So name this app anything, list versus set. Click finish, wait for the environment to load. Perfect, my environment has loaded up. So now what I will do is I will also start the emulator on the right hand side in parallel. And the code is pretty simple. Let me quickly complete the layout for it. Yeah. So in terms of the first, let me zoom it a bit here. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and I think I will need this text view definitely because I can use it to print my output for one of the, say for example, set and list. So I'll just say use this. I'll make it a bit bigger and use it, say for example, text view set. So first one is for set, and I'll also add a respective button to, say for example, and this button could be display set. I'll give them required constraints over here. Perfect. Okay, similarly I'll create one more text view which will be for displaying list. So I'll name it as okay, I think I did Control Z, so it did undo. I'm adding it again, and I'll let it come here, and I'll name it as list view list. Yeah, perfect. We are refactored, no problem. I'm giving the required constraints. Perfect. I'll make this also a bit bigger. Probably I can make it a much more bigger than this. Yeah, this should be fine. And if I go to the other one, I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Yeah, I think this should be the case here, and I will give the constraints again. Now for this one, so I'll make it a bit bigger here, and I'll have to add one more button, I guess. So yeah, my emulator has come up on the right hand side, but I will just minimize it for the time being, and I'll add another button, say for example, display. No, this button ID I don't need to change. I'll just say display. I'll do one thing. I don't need two buttons. I'll just keep one button only, and I'll just change this one probably from display set to just display. Yeah, and I can do one thing. I can move this down. For this also I may have to remove the constraints. Yeah, and I'll move this down and move this up. So first one will be for set, second one will be for list. Yeah, perfect. Looks good. Now, so now one by one I can give the constraints. I can give the constraints for this also. Yeah, and what I can do it is I can change this. This is set display set. Okay, and this one will be, instead of text view, I can make it as display list. Perfect. Yeah, so this makes it much more cleaner. Only I need a one button method, on click method. So I'll just quickly go to the Java code and create the respective on click method here. So this could be public void on click. No, I think button. You can name this anything, so I'll just name it button display. Okay, and name it view, and go back to my XML file layout, and here to this button on click attribute I can associate it that particular method which just now I created. Perfect. Yeah, now I'll get into the Java code. Code is pretty simple. I'll create two variables, set and string respectively. So first let me create a set variable. So set, and the type of course I'll keep it as a string. and strings set and new hash set. Yeah, perfect. I just want to show you one thing, which of course in the start in this notepad I have put. So the only major difference is set has to have all the elements unique. However, list can repeat the elements, so that's not a problem. So let me start here. So I'll create one more variable called control C, control V, which will be more of a like a okay list. No, no, not linkage. It should be list. This will be of course also type string and string list and new array list. Perfect. Now one by one I'll add elements. Okay, probably first let me add elements to the string set. So string set dot add, and I can add few names. Say for example, name of the places. Paris is one my favorite place. Okay, and I'll do one thing, and I'll add probably 4 places. So apart from Paris, the other could be what Tokyo. Then you can name anything, and then probably Beijing, and then probably Seoul. Okay, so if you notice all are unique here. I'll do the same thing with the list, and yeah, control V, control V, control V, control V. Okay, right now all are unique, but I'll do one thing. Let me do or repeat this Paris in the set here. So if you notice, it grays on says duplicate set element. However, if I do the same thing for the list, it doesn't give any warning or any error. Okay, that is one thing. Now also I'll do one thing. I'll initialize the class variable to get the that text view for the two text views what we created. One was for set and one was for the list. And let me quickly in the on create attribute itself associated with the correct ID. Find text view list and text view set equals to find view by ID R.id.textViewSet. Perfect. Now I'll be using this text views to print my output here. So probably I can do it here itself. So this was for the list or text view list dot set text, and here what I can do is a string list dot to string. Yeah, and similarly I can do it is over here text view set text and string set to string. Perfect. Now let's see how it works or how it behaves in the real code. I just want to quickly show you that unique thing. So that every element has to be unique. However, in the string set we have given a duplicate entry. So let's see how it turns out in the code, how it is displayed. So yeah, right now is of course the default thing. Now if I click display, okay, let me zoom in probably a little bit. And if you notice, no. So over here, although Paris is repeated twice, it appears only once. So it's like, and also if you're noticing, the it's not properly ordered. It's like almost random. So it starts from Beijing, then Tokyo, from Seoul. It's not an ordered set. However, for the list, it's a very much ordered. The order in which you have given, the same order comes after Paris, Tokyo, Beijing, and Seoul. So I quickly modified my this comments by yeah just now. So I am changing my details. So set is of course it has to be unique every element, and this order is also it's not ordered. However, in list it has to be same element can be repeated, and elements are in ordered uh, elements are ordered. Okay. Now going back to my Java code. So say for example, if I remove this line, what will happen? Probably I'll just comment it out, not remove it completely. The last line, and we'll see how it behaves. or probably I can increase the size of the font here. Wait a minute, I'll just quickly increase the size. Usually I do it in all my other videos. In this one I'll increase it to 24. Here also I'll increase it to 24. Perfect. Now I'll come back here. Yeah, it's much bigger. Yeah. So if I remove that Paris entry from both, so now the output is, of course, all the four elements are being displayed, and over here, yeah. However, if you add, and even if you add other elements, Tokyo something repeat, it won't. It will behave almost similarly. So I'm just repeating Tokyo over here, and over here also Tokyo. So in the list it will repeat. However, for the set it won't repeat. Perfect. So if you notice, for the list it's repeating Tokyo twice. However, it is not repeating here. So that's what I wanted to show you. In string, all the elements are unique. Even if you give or duplicate entry, it will automatically filter out. However, in the list, you can give all the elements, and it's also more ordered. However, in the set, it's no more order. So usually in your code, you should try to use list. That's much more better, unless you have some kind of specific requirement to have a unique elements, then you can use set. So that's all. I hope this video is useful to you. If you have any questions or suggestions, then please put in the comment section below. And if you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.